Hey guys, Fat Man here. This is my this will be my only August haul video, so to speak. I have to cut back on my spending because I've been spending a lot lately. Um, yeah. I've also got Rose City Comic Con coming up on September 10th, which is coming up in like 2.5, 3 weeks. So I got to set back some money for that. I bought some more stuff from Butcho Vision. If you guys don't know about Butcho Vision, I got one of his first shirts right here, the Cheeses Crust T-shirt. He's doing another T-shirt right now. It's a pre-order, so go over to his site and check that out. I love Butcho Vision. I love what he's doing over there. I think it's great. Um, let's see what else is going on. So yeah, I will be going to Rose City Comic Con. I think this time I will definitely try to. Right now I'm filming on my iPad, but I think I will be taking my actual camera, my little Cisco, little white thing that I have. The only thing that sucks about it is like I'm not very good at film editing, so I don't know how that's going to work out very well. I'm gonna record some stuff. This is Stan Lee is going to be there, so I'm getting one last comic book signed by Stan Lee. So this will be my third Stan Lee signed comic book that I'll have in my collection. And my girlfriend's going to get a comic signed by Summer Glau, a Serenity comic book. Really, there's no one else there. Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy, will be there. I'll probably be getting a comic book signed by him. Matt Fraction, if you're into comic books, he writes comic books called Sex Criminals. He's a very famous writer right now. If you've never read Sex Criminals, oh my gosh, go out and pick up the graphic novels. There's 2 volumes for Sex Criminals, and it's essentially about a woman that discovers at a teenage age that she can stop time while doing her business. And then she meets a man with the same power, so when they have sex, they can stop time and they commit crimes together. And then there's this other force of people who can do the same thing, but what they do is stop people that are committing crimes by using this power. It's very funny. It's a very interesting comic book series. So I did pre-order Butch Vision's new shirt. I've got a bunch of Blu-rays and DVDs to show off here. Like I said, I think I put this in my last video. I am done with Nerd Block. I'm still getting Horror Block. I'm kind of backed off of Funko right now. I'm not really buying any Funko stuff. They did release a Series 3 Mystery Minis, and I did see all of them, and there are some really great ones in that I'll probably pick up. And then we'll see how this Horror Block turns out. But yeah, other than that, right now, I'm going to be kind of low-key through August because, like I said, I would probably have some video stuff from whatever I get at Comic-Con, and I'm gonna try and take some footage there. We're gonna head up early. I'm gonna stop by Voodoo Donuts, which is a famous donut shop in Portland. I'll probably film some footage there. Get some footage of Portland, kind of showing people what Portland really is about, because I'm sure a lot of you have watched Portlandia and are very curious about Portland and what it's really like. So I might film some of just Portland as well. So yeah, that's what I got going on in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So this is my only haul for the month. This first one was it was an impulse buy, but it wasn't an impulse buy because I really loved this cartoon as a kid, and you couldn't get it in like full seasons really before. You could get like best of, like little DVD, like little $5 things. And that was, I finally got the complete series of Heathcliff. All, what is it, 86 episodes. The box set's kind of crappy, as in the discs are in here like this, and then some of them I didn't even realize that there's 2 on one on each side, so I've been watching that, and that's kind of been fun. I always liked Heathcliff. And the other reason I got this was a special Prime deal. So if you, this was $18.99. No, $17.99. But if I chose the not have the free 2-day shipping, to have slower media mail shipping, they took $5 off of the order. So it only cost me $12.99 for the whole box set. And so I was like, oh, that's a great deal. And I'm actually really glad I purchased it. This show is actually really great. I don't really. I mean, the Heathcliff stuff is funny, but what I really liked was the other cats that had the convertible like Cadillac thing, and those, there were like 4 or 5 other cats, and I don't know. I really liked that. So for $12.99, I got the whole entire series for $12.99. This, actually, I haven't even opened it still. This one is called, it just came out on Blu-ray. It's called Secret Admir. If I've seen this, it's been a long time. I watched the trailer and it did look familiar, and it was kind of a blind buy, but you know me, in the 80s, this had a bunch of people in it. It's got C. Thomas Howell, Kelly Preston, Fred Ward, I mean, there are more people in here. Yeah, C. Thomas Howell, Fred Ward, Lori Loughlin, Kelly Preston. Yeah, so I did pick this up. It had been pretty spendy. It had been like $24.99, and then it dropped to $19.99, and then it finally dropped to $14. And so when I saw it for $14, I picked it up. I have not watched this yet. I did have some friends that said this was a really funny 80s movie that really got overlooked, and so I had to have that for my 80s collection, because you know me in the 80s. This was another eBay late night buy. I grew up with this cartoon, and Hanna-Barbera stuff is going out of print. Some of the less common stuff, so to get a hold of old Hanna-Barbera cartoons is very difficult and can be very expensive. This one is called Loopy Deloop. I don't know if this was an older Hanna-Barbera cartoon. I believe this came out in the late 60s or early 70s, and I remember watching this as a kid. And it's the whole series on 2 discs. But I got this on a very good price. It was brand new. This goes for about $20 on Amazon, and I got it for, it was a bid, and I ended up getting, it was like, there was like 13 minutes left, and it was at like, for some reason it was at like $3.50, and so I put down $5 as a max bid, and I got it. And I've watched some of it, and it's really kind of cheesy, but this stuff is very hard to get, this old Hanna-Barbera, you know, like, I can't think of a lot of it off the top of my head, but like, you're talking like Yogi Bear and a lot of these other Hanna-Barbera stuff that they had, and a lot of it came out of the 70s. There was the Hair Bears, I think there was the Hair Bears, and all sorts of weird stuff that came out of the 70s. This one, also, well, kind of a blind buy, but not. 2 reasons I bought this movie, Castle Freak. One, actually 2 reasons. There are actually quite a few reasons for this one. Sorry, it's hot here. Ugh. It's 102 today in Oregon. It was like 104 yesterday. We were hitting our heat spell right at the end of the summer. This has Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. I love both of them a lot as actors. And this was a Stuart Gordon film. This is a full moon. I have never seen this. They have a region-free version that has a really cool cover of, it's more of a painting style, and it's this kind of woman standing here, and she's got her shirt's kind of undone, and you can see this creature's arm reaching out, and there's some chains in the background. I tried to bid on one, but I got outbid on it, so I just picked this up. This was a used copy, and I think I got it for $5 with $2 shipping, and it's just the Blu-ray. I have not seen this. I've heard really great stuff about Castle Freak. Like I said, I love Barbara Crampton and I love Jeffrey Combs, and it's a Stuart Gordon film, and I've never really been disappointed in a Stuart Gordon film. So let me know what you guys think of Castle Freaks if you've seen it. Let me know if it's what your thoughts were on that movie in the comments below. These two, I had pre-ordered, like, I swear to God, I pre-ordered these like 5 months ago when they announced them. The first one being The Great Outdoors. They finally got that on Blu-ray. I watched about half of this last night, and it is funny, but for some reason it did not hold my attention as well as I thought it would. John Candy and Dan Aykroyd play off of each other very well in this, but it just, I don't know. I remember as a kid this being really funny, but it just didn't hold my attention as well as I thought it would. I'll probably finish it up maybe tonight or over the weekend, but I was up kind of late last. Oh, and that was the other thing. I'm going to interrupt real quick. Yeah, I did the first podcast for my other channel, The Process 101, with DJ from Manboy Podcast and a friend of mine named Angie, and we did the first podcast for Process 101. DJ will be editing that, and then we're going to have to figure out how to get it up on my channel, The Process 101. So it went very well. I think you guys will. It's pretty long. He'll probably edit it down a little bit. We recorded about 2 hours worth of podcast time, so he's probably going to edit that down a little bit, and that should be up hopefully within the next week or so. So look for that. But anyway, so sorry for the interruption, but I did want to. Just while I was remembering that, I wanted to talk about that really quick. So yeah, this one, I don't know. Still a funny movie. John Candy is still really great in this film. And of course I wanted that for my collection. This one, I've talked about this a long time ago, and I really loved this movie as a kid, and actually I haven't even opened it up yet to watch it yet, and that's The Burbs on Blu-ray. I got both of these. I pre-ordered both of these, and I think they cost me $9.40 each for these on Amazon. I got free shipping, of course, because I have Prime. But if you love The Burbs, or if you've never seen The Burbs, this is absolutely, hands down, Tom Hanks' best work. I don't care what anyone says. He is at his best here. I hate Tom Hanks in serious roles. I have never liked a serious role that Tom Hanks has done. I think his best work is comedy, and this is hands down his best comedy work right here. So this is available on Amazon. I think it released this last Tuesday, or this Tuesday of this week. So you should be able to go to, I'm sure Target, or Best Buy, or any of those places should have this readily available for pretty cheap. But if you've never seen The Burbs, absolutely. This one, I love the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I absolutely, there are a few shows that I absolutely worship. Trailer Park Boys being the first one. In fact, I'm going to do what I really need to do is do a tour of my apartment and show you everything that's in my apartment, because I have a lot of stuff hung up from the Trailer Park Boys. I've met the Trailer Park Boys like 3 times. I've got lots of autographs, pictures, and memorabilia from shows that I've been to, because a lot of people don't realize the Trailer Park Boys do a live show. So Trailer Park Boys is one of those shows I worship. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Workaholics, I love Workaholics. And I love The Office. I'm trying to think of what else. But those are like really, those are some of my core shows. And I've got the complete 7th season on Blu-ray. Now, this one I wasn't looking for, because it's all up on Netflix. Like, I think I have like the first 5 seasons on DVD. This is before any of it was up on Hulu or Netflix, and I was renting the discs through Netflix and watching and just thinking every season was funnier and funnier, and so I just started, as soon as they would come out I would just buy them, you know. But I actually scored this for $1, brand new. I mean, it's still factory sealed. I scored this for $1.05 plus $2.32 shipping. So what is it? Yeah, like $3 and some change. I got this whole season on Blu-ray. It was one of those, once again, it actually had a 99-cent starting bid and it had 3 days on it, and I just put down $1.05. And no, I put down $1.50, and I don't know, somebody else right at the end tried to bid real low too, and it got it up to like $1.05. I don't know why it hit that at 2 bids, but I nailed it. And this is still like, I don't know, 14 bucks on Amazon. So I was just like, this is, you know, like I said, if you what I call eBay dumpster, late night dumpster diving, you can score shit like this all the time. I mean, not every time are you going to win, but there are a lot of times, I'm telling you, you can win with this. I mean, even I know Target right now still has this out for like, I think like 16 bucks for this. So that was a really, really great score for me. I couldn't believe that I actually nailed that. This one I also got for very cheap. I did not know it existed. I'm not a huge Superman fan. I'm really not. I'm not a DC fan really at all, except for Batman. You know, Batman, you know, when it came to comics, I read every Batman thing I could get my hands on. I always loved Batman, and even as a small child. My first introduction really to comics and the Marvel universe was when I was really young. There was the Hulk TV show, you know, and I loved that as a small child. But I never really got into Superman except for Superman 2. I really liked this one out of the whole series of the Christopher Reeve series. Now, I did like the new last one, was a Man of Steel, or it's basically the remake of Superman 2. But this is the Richard Donner. This is the Richard Donner cut. I got this for $2.32 used. It's just the Blu-ray copy, of course. And I was very intrigued by it, and so I did some research on it. And apparently, Richard Donner, who directed the first Superman, you know, shot 3/4 of the film, and then was let go for some reason. The studio and the producer and him got into conflicts over how the vision of the film should look. So then they got this other Lester, I think his last name was Lester, this other guy to come in and reshoot basically everything. There are still some of what Donner did in the original cut, but most 3/4 of what Donner filmed is gone. It didn't end up in this in Superman 2. And if you know who Richard Donner is, I mean, he went on to do some great, I mean, he did the Goonies, and you know, he was a great director, and he had a lot of respect. So for him to be cut from this film, now I have not watched this yet, and I'm very interested to see it. I've heard some conflicting things on the internet about it, as in some people love this Donner version, some people are like, and I grew up with the Lester version, and it's kind of nostalgic for me. So I paid $2.32 plus $2.32 for shipping. So for under $5 I got this, and this was the only Superman I liked, and I was really interested to see the Richard Donner version of this movie. To see, and a lot of people said it's a lot better version than the Lester version of Superman. So I probably actually will review this movie and do that. And I might even review a few other films here. I've got, like, I might review Castle Freaks and do my B-side weekly. Go back to doing some of my weekly B-side horror film stuff. And then, of course, the last one I got on Amazon. I haven't even opened this up because it just literally came yesterday. as I was going out the door to go to the podcast, and that is Batman versus Superman: The Ultimate Edition. Um, I've been watching this on Amazon, and I'm telling you, Amazon is one of those. Start a wish list. Get Amazon Prime. Pay the $100 for the year. It's well worth it. And watch stuff on your watch list that you're looking for. This was started out $29.99 for, I think, for the first 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. Then it dropped to $24.95. Then it stayed at $24.95. And then this week when I was at work, I'm just checking my list, and boom, $14.95. It dropped that much. And so I was like, yep, that's probably the lowest I'm going to get this Ultimate Edition for. And so I just, boom, bought it, free shipping, and got it. In fact, I just looked at Target, and this is still $24.95 at Target. So, yeah, I'm very interested to see the rated R version of this. I know a lot of people didn't like this. I thought it was pretty good. I thought for what they did, it was pretty good. DC has stumbled a bit lately. The reviews on this overall were not good. Both critics and the general public did not like this film. My complaint, I did not like the woman that played. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. But I did not like the woman that portrayed Wonder Woman. Everything else I found okay with the film. I would like to see how rated R this is. I would have liked to have seen a much more rated R, like Deadpool style film for this. Not the vulgarity, but just I wanted an ultra violent version of this, and we'll see what it's like. They have 30 minutes added back in, so we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, pick that up. You know, and I know there's a lot of controversy with DC. I know that a lot of people didn't like Suicide Squad either. I think Rotten Tomatoes, it's pretty low. It did not. I've gotten very mixed. You know, I watched Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith reviews movies. He's got his own YouTube channel, and I listened to what he had to say about it. And you know, he named his daughter Harley Quinn, and he was very he enjoyed it. He said it was entertaining, and he the way he explained it is if a hot topic had come to life and started making a movie, that's what it is. It's a superhero movie for the new current you know, teen generation. It's very fast paced. It's very very, you know, the pacing's very quick, and the music set to it was, you know, like he said, they must have paid a fortune to get the song rights just for the soundtrack to that movie. I did see it again because my wife, she insisted on going to the drive-in, and I had to sit through the Life of Pets and then watch Suicide Squad for the second time, which was horrible on the drive-in because it's such a dark movie. You could barely see what was going on. So I'm glad I saw it in IMAX 3D, which is absolutely the way I wish I could see every movie because it's amazing. But after rewatching it, I have to say, you know, I was really disappointed. I know Jared Leto has gone on record to say that he's very upset about the lack. I guess there was an hour and 45 minutes of footage that of him that is just not in the movie that they shot. He has 10 minutes of screen time, and they shot over 2 hours worth of footage of just him. So I think there was people were misled with that movie, is they thought they weren't showing much of the Joker because they wanted to keep it all secretive, but the fact of the matter is there just isn't much screen time for Leto in that. But I did get on IMDb, and Harley Quinn, now there is now under the DC thing of their universe, there is an untitled Harley Quinn standalone movie, and I believe what they're going to do is take a lot of that leftover footage of Leto and her, and take some of the Jokers, and then take more footage of her and the Joker, and make a Joker Harley Quinn movie of how he, you know, manipulates her in Arkham, and you know, she starts out as a psychiatrist, and how they form this weird bond, and she becomes this twisted, you know, psychotic thing that we know now as Harley Quinn. So I do know they just announced a standalone Harley Quinn movie, and just announced a reboot of Batman with Leto and Ben Affleck, and Ben Affleck is directing it. I also believe, I think in the standalone Harley Quinn film, we will see, I believe we'll see some other female characters. Like I believe we'll probably see Poison Ivy, a reboot of Poison Ivy, and I think at some point, probably in the next Batman movie, we'll see a reboot of the Riddler as well. I think that they've never done that character right. The Jim Carrey version was just horrible. And I think they really need to do the Riddler right, because I think he's a huge character in the Batman universe, and so I think that's something that they need to do. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to go over a few things with you guys, and like I said, you probably won't see me up on here. Oh, you'll probably see me up for Horror Block this month at the end of the month. But then there should be quite a bit of footage in September from Comic-Con and all that stuff. So we'll see you guys later.